Welcome to Mentally Healthy. We're so glad you're here.
Let's take a moment to relax and breathe. Today, we're going to learn and explore mastering communication, the heart of a successful relationship. Welcome back to our channel, your dedicated space for unraveling the captivating enigmas of human emotions, the intricacies of our psyche, and the splendid tapestry they create together. However, before we dive deeper, remember to click the like button if our content resonates with you, and ensure you're subscribed to our channel for a continuous flow of enlightening videos. Imagine this, a monolithic edifice, its pinnacle nearly grazing the sky, standing tall as a testament to human aspiration and unity. This was the Tower of Babel, an architectural marvel crafted by a society working harmoniously. But as the story goes, this harmony was disrupted abruptly, plunging everything into chaos. The ancient tale of the Tower of Babel from biblical lore serves as a potent illustration of the power of communication and its potential for creating order or disorder. In this story, humanity, united by a single language, were able to cooperate and coordinate their efforts effectively. They harnessed their collective will to build a tower so grand it was meant to reach the heavens, symbolizing their ambition and shared vision. However, when the divine powers decided to scatter their language, introducing a myriad of tongues, the unified effort crumbled. The once cohesive workforce became fragmented, unable to understand each other. The resulting confusion and disconnection led to the abandonment of their lofty project. Their once emblem of unity became a stark monument of disunity, serving as a powerful reminder of the perils of miscommunication. This timeless narrative serves as a perfect segue into our discussion today on mastering communication, the heart of a successful relationship. Like the builders of Babel, we too can experience unity or disarray in our relationships based on our ability, or inability, to communicate effectively. Communication, in essence, is the scaffolding upon which our relationships are built and maintained. Miscommunication, on the other hand, can be as disruptive as the scattering of languages was at Babel. Understanding and mastering communication is hence pivotal in ensuring that our relationships, unlike the Tower of Babel, stand firm amidst differences and challenges, fostering stronger connections and mutual understanding. If you're ready, let's get started. Communication, where does it come from? Communication, an integral part of our human experience, has been a cornerstone for our survival and evolution since time immemorial. From the earliest human beings who found solace and survival in their communities, communication has been the thread that has woven us together. Consider the primitive cave drawings, crude but potent expressions etched onto stone walls. These were the beginnings of our journey in communication, a testament to our inherent need to share our experiences, fears, and victories. These drawings told tales of hunts and harvests, of natural phenomena, and of the sacred and supernatural. They were the precursors to our languages, immortalizing thoughts and narrating tales to generations that followed. Then came the epochal invention of the alphabet, a revolutionary system that transformed the way we expressed our ideas and emotions. It marked a leap from pictorial representations to abstract symbols capable of conveying nuanced thoughts and complex ideas. It sparked the advent of written literature, allowing knowledge, philosophy, and wisdom to be recorded and shared across space and time. Fast forward to our modern era, and we find ourselves in a digital age, where communication has been further transformed. Our thoughts, feelings, and experiences are now shared through a myriad of digital platforms. Social media, video calls, instant messaging, technology has made communication instantaneous, transcending geographical boundaries, making the world a global village. In the context of interpersonal relationships, the role of communication takes on even greater importance. Relationships, whether they are romantic, familial, or friendships, are intricate dances of understanding and misunderstanding, agreement and disagreement, intimacy and distance. It is through effective communication that we navigate these complexities, expressing our needs, understanding others, resolving conflicts, and ultimately, forging stronger bonds. So let's embark on this fascinating journey, a deep dive into the realm of communication, where we'll explore how mastering this vital skill can transform our relationships, making them more fulfilling and rewarding. Number 1. Understanding. Understanding forms the very essence of communication. The central objective of any exchange, be it verbal or nonverbal, is not just to craft a response, but to comprehend the sentiments, thoughts, and needs conveyed by the other person. Communication, in its truest sense, is about creating a bridge of understanding between individuals. This calls for a shift in our approach. Often, when we engage in a conversation, we listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. We become engrossed in formulating our next point, and in doing so, we may overlook or misconstrue the essence of what the other person is trying to communicate. To truly grasp the art of communication, we need to consciously strive to understand before we seek to be understood. This simple shift in perspective can significantly enhance the quality of our interactions and relationships. This endeavor, however, demands a blend of patience, empathy, and active listening. Patience is the willingness to give the other person the time and space they need to express themselves fully. It's about curbing the urge to interrupt, judge, or impose our viewpoints prematurely. Empathy, on the other hand, is about stepping into the other person's shoes and trying to perceive the world from their viewpoint. It's about recognizing their feelings and validating their experiences. Empathy doesn't necessarily mean agreeing with their perspective but acknowledging it. Finally, active listening is a conscious effort to fully engage in the conversation. It involves focusing on the speaker, paying attention to their words, their tone, and their body language, and providing feedback through nods and verbal affirmations. It's about setting aside distractions and preconceived notions and immersing ourselves in the conversation. When we incorporate these elements into our communication, we create an environment of mutual respect and understanding, enabling more meaningful and rewarding interactions. Number 2, clarity. Clarity is an indispensable aspect of effective communication. The clearer your message, the less room there is for misinterpretation. Imagine trying to navigate through a dense fog. Similarly, when ambiguity clouds communication, confusion arises, distorting understanding and often leading to unnecessary conflict. When expressing yourself, the aim should be to paint as vivid a picture as possible with your words. Every thought, every idea, every feeling you wish to convey should be articulated with precision and simplicity. Ambiguities are like unclear signposts on a road. They can misguide or, worse, lead to a dead end in the conversation, hindering the process of meaningful connection. However, crafting clear messages is not always as straightforward as it may seem. It requires a clear understanding of our own thoughts and emotions. One needs to introspect, dissect, and distill their thoughts before they can be translated into clear communication. The question to constantly ask oneself is, if I'm not clear about what I want to say, how can I expect the other person to understand? It also demands a keen awareness of the other person's perspective. Will they understand your jargon, your references, your way of expressing ideas? A clear message is not just about what you want to say, but also about how it will be received. In essence, clarity in communication is about eliminating fog and forging a clear path, making the journey of conversation smooth and productive. It may require effort and mindfulness, but the results, improved understanding, stronger connections, and fewer conflicts, make it worthwhile. Number 3, honesty. Honesty is often viewed as simply not telling lies or distorting the truth. However, in the context of communication, especially in relationships, it goes much deeper. Honesty is about laying bare your thoughts and feelings, revealing your vulnerabilities, and sharing your joys, fears, dreams, and even your insecurities. It's about expressing your authentic self, without fear of judgment or rejection. The act of sharing one's inner world creates an environment of transparency. This openness allows others to see us for who we truly are, not just the persona we often project to the outside world. It invites them into our hearts and minds, fostering a deeper level of intimacy and connection. Transparency, in turn, is a powerful catalyst for trust. When we are consistently honest and open, we demonstrate to others that we are reliable and predictable in our honesty. This reliability allows them to feel safe, secure, and more willing to reciprocate by sharing their own thoughts and feelings. Trust, as we know, is the bedrock of any successful relationship. It's the glue that binds people together, creating a safe space where individuals can be their true selves. Trust engenders a sense of mutual respect and understanding, an assurance that you can depend on each other, even in challenging times. However, fostering honesty requires courage. It means taking the risk of being misunderstood, criticized, or even rejected. But it is a risk worth taking because the benefits, like deepening relationships, fostering mutual respect, and creating strong bonds of trust, are profoundly rewarding. Therefore, honesty in communication is not just about speaking the truth, it's about speaking your truth, openly and fearlessly. This level of honesty transforms relationships, making them more fulfilling and resilient. Number 4. Nonverbal cues. Communication is a multifaceted phenomenon. While words form an essential part of it, they are just one facet of the complex diamond that is human communication. Nonverbal cues, often subtle but incredibly potent, constitute a significant part of our interpersonal interactions. Body language, for instance, is a silent but powerful language of its own. A simple gesture, a shift in posture, even the way we position ourselves in a conversation, can convey volumes. A crossed arm could signify defensiveness or discomfort, while an open stance can convey interest and receptivity. Similarly, eye contact plays a crucial role in communication. It's one of the most intimate forms of nonverbal cues and can express a range of emotions, from interest and attentiveness to discomfort or evasion. A steady gaze can communicate sincerity and confidence, while frequent avoidance of eye contact might suggest deception or nervousness. Then there's the tone of voice, another critical element of nonverbal communication. The same sentence spoken with a different tone can convey entirely different meanings. A warm, gentle tone can convey empathy and understanding, while a sharp, curt tone might signal frustration or anger. Understanding and effectively utilizing nonverbal communication can dramatically enhance our interactions. By being aware of our own nonverbal cues, we can ensure that our body language, eye contact, and tone align with our words, reinforcing our messages rather than contradicting them. Similarly, learning to interpret the nonverbal cues of others can help us understand their feelings and intentions better, allowing us to respond more appropriately and empathetically. It's like learning a new language, the language of unspoken communication. In essence, nonverbal cues are an integral part of communication. They add depth and nuance to our interactions, making them richer and more meaningful. Being attuned to this silent language can profoundly enhance our understanding of others and improve the quality of our relationships. Number 5. Feedback. Feedback acts as the mirror in communication, reflecting the understanding and perception of the listener. It's an integral part of any conversation that enables both parties to ensure that they are on the same wavelength. It's not merely a response, but an opportunity for clarity, learning, and growth. Imagine communication as a two-way street. Words, ideas, and emotions travel from the speaker to the listener. However, without feedback, the speaker remains unsure if their message has reached the other end as intended, or if it has been lost or distorted along the way. Feedback, thus, acts as a confirmation signal, affirming that the message has been received and understood. Feedback can take many forms: verbal affirmations, questions, or simply a nod of understanding. It not only assures the speaker that their message has been received but also gives them an insight into the listener's perspective, enabling them to adjust their message if necessary. Moreover, feedback serves as a preventative tool, allowing any misinterpretations or misunderstandings to be addressed early on. Without feedback, these misunderstandings might fester, leading to confusion, conflict, or a breakdown in communication. In this sense, feedback is a sort of safety net, catching potential miscommunications before they fall too far. However, giving and receiving feedback require active listening and a willingness to understand and be understood. It requires humility to accept that our message might not always be understood as we intended, and openness to adjust our communication based on the feedback received. In essence, feedback is a vital tool for effective communication, ensuring clarity, fostering understanding, and strengthening the bonds of interpersonal relationships. By embracing the power of feedback, we not only enhance our communication skills but also enrich our relationships. Number 6. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, often referred to as EQ, is a significant determinant of effective communication. EQ can be defined as the ability to understand, manage, and use your emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. In the context of communication, the first component of EQ is self-awareness, understanding our own emotions. We must be able to identify and label our feelings accurately, understand how they affect our thoughts and behavior, and how they can impact others. For instance, if we are aware that we're feeling stressed, we might choose to approach a conversation more mindfully, ensuring our stress doesn't leak into our words and tone. Next, we have self-management, which involves controlling our emotions rather than being controlled by them. It's about making conscious choices about how we express our feelings, ensuring they are appropriate to the situation and the person we are interacting with. For example, managing anger might mean taking a few moments to cool down before responding to a provocative comment. Then comes social awareness, particularly empathy, which is the ability to recognize and understand the emotions of others. It's about stepping into their shoes, seeing things from their perspective, and responding in a way that validates their feelings. An empathetic response can strengthen the bond of mutual understanding and respect. Lastly, there's relationship management, which is the ability to use the awareness of your emotions and the emotions of others to manage interactions successfully. This includes clear communication, effective handling of conflict, and the ability to build and maintain strong relationships. Emotional intelligence is like the tuning knob on a radio. It allows us to adjust our communication to the frequency of the person we're communicating with, ensuring a clear, empathetic, and effective exchange of ideas and emotions. By nurturing our EQ, we not only improve our communication skills but also our ability to connect with others on a deeper, more meaningful level. Number 7. Adaptability. Adaptability in communication is much like a chameleon adjusting its colors to fit its environment. It's about understanding that communication isn't a one-size-fits-all approach but rather a dynamic process that needs to be tailored according to different people, situations, and cultural contexts. Each person has their own communication style, influenced by their personality, experiences, and cultural background. Some people might prefer direct and concise communication, while others might appreciate a more elaborate and nuanced style. Understanding these preferences and adjusting your communication style accordingly can significantly enhance the effectiveness of your message and the comfort of the interaction. For instance, in a professional setting, you might need to be more formal and precise, whereas, in a casual setting, a relaxed and informal style might be more appropriate. Similarly, in some cultures, direct communication is valued, while in others, a more indirect and subtle style is preferred. Adaptability also involves being responsive to the cues and feedback from the person you're communicating with. It's about reading the room, interpreting the verbal and nonverbal signals, and adjusting your approach as needed. If you sense that your message isn't being received as intended, you might need to rephrase, elaborate, or provide examples. Being adaptable, however, doesn't mean losing your authenticity. It's not about becoming a different person with every interaction, but rather about finding the balance between expressing your genuine self and being considerate of the other person's communication needs and preferences. Adaptability in communication is a valuable skill that requires empathy, flexibility, and cultural sensitivity. It enables us to connect more effectively with a diverse range of people and navigate various social and cultural landscapes with grace and understanding. By embracing adaptability, we can improve not only our communication effectiveness but also our capacity to build meaningful and harmonious relationships. Practical hints and tips. So, how do we apply these points to our daily lives? Applying these principles of effective communication in our daily lives can seem like a daunting task, but as the saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Small, consistent efforts can lead to significant changes over time. Let's start with active listening. In our conversations, we often fall into the trap of waiting for our turn to speak rather than genuinely listening to the other person. To practice active listening, try to focus entirely on the speaker. Avoid planning your response while they're still talking. Instead, engage in their words, their emotions, and their perspective. This might mean putting away distractions, asking clarifying questions, or summarizing their points to ensure you've understood correctly. Nonverbal cues are a silent but powerful part of our communication. Start paying more attention to these cues in your next conversation. Notice the speaker's body language, eye contact, and tone of voice. Similarly, be aware of your own nonverbal cues. Do they align with your words? Do they convey the message you intend to send? Honesty and clarity are essential for effective communication. Be open about your thoughts and feelings with your loved ones. It might be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to expressing yourself openly. However, with time and practice, it can enhance your relationship significantly. Remember to be clear in your message to avoid misunderstandings. Feedback is an invaluable tool for improving our communication skills. Seek feedback from those around you, your friends, family, or colleagues. Ask them how you can improve your communication. Moreover, be open to this feedback. It might sting at first, but remember that it's for your growth. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Improving your communication skills is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, practice, and patience. So, be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep going. Effective communication is more than a skill, it's a lifestyle. By incorporating these principles into our daily interactions, we can not only enhance our communication effectiveness but also enrich our relationships and personal growth. This concludes our video on the topic, Mastering Communication, the Heart of a Successful Relationship. We unpack the core components of effective communication, namely understanding, clarity, honesty, nonverbal cues, feedback, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. As we wrap up, we'd like to invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. We have a few questions to spark the discussion. Can you recall a time when effective communication significantly improved a relationship for you? Which of the communication skills discussed do you think is your strength, and why? Which of the communication skills do you feel you need to improve, and what steps will you take toward this? How has feedback impacted your communication in personal or professional relationships? How do you adapt your communication style to fit different people or contexts? We'd love to hear your stories and insights, so please don't hesitate to share with us your experiences in this area. Thank you for accompanying us on this insightful voyage into mastering communication, the heart of a successful relationship. Stay tuned and continue expanding your understanding with us. Remember, any miscommunication or misunderstanding can serve as a stepping stone toward growth if we handle it adeptly. If you often find your dialogue spiraling into disputes or misinterpretations that seem hard to clarify, it might be time to seek assistance from a relationship counselor. They can offer you valuable guidance and techniques to enhance your communication and relationship health. Your friends here at Mentally Healthy support the American Psychological Association for finding a good therapist and ensuring you work with a qualified professional who has background and expertise that will benefit you and your specific needs. We are not affiliated with that organization and receive no special compensation for recommending them. We just recognize the importance of finding qualified professionals to help us when help is needed. Another great resource is also available for those that can take advantage of it. For all our viewers that reside in the United States, a hotline is available to act as an immediate response lifeline center for all suicide and crisis events. Just call or text the number 988, local rates may apply, to immediately be placed in touch with someone you can talk to. If you are a U.S. veteran or military service member, you may text the U.S. Veterans Crisis Line directly at 838-255. Both of these resources will also be placed in the description area of this video. Use these trusted resources as needed.
And for those that stuck around until the end of our video, here's a treat for you. Get a copy of our Mentally Healthy, Mind Over Matter book, which is now available in several formats. It's a great companion to our channel. A link is included in the description for a free preview. Pick up your copy today. Well, that's all for today. Thanks so much for joining us at Mentally Healthy. If you've enjoyed our video, please like it, and consider subscribing to our channel, as we have lots of great new content in store for you. Subscribing, liking, and clicking the notification bell keeps you connected to us, and truly helps our channel grow. Here's a few other great videos from our channel you can visit right now. Until next time, stay mentally healthy.